T-Law got the eyes of Lee Van Cleef when he go in that field.
Checks it down underneath. That's a crossing route to Christian Kirk. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Christian Kirk to the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
They made a major mistake when they made T-Law go to the spirit of the sky, to the oracle of the saber-toothed tiger, and the saber-toothed tiger now has the scepter in his hand, and he been to put every critic to rest. Man, last night I done marinated 2 turkeys. I got my cherry wood getting ready for my smoker. Just got off from work, off Pritchard Road. I'm going to bake me 2 Cornish hens. My special recipe, I call it a Mediterranean Cornish hen. I'm going to top it off with my homemade Long Island iced tea. And I'm only going to top it off with 1 red top of Coca-Cola. The Maxwell House coffee will live on forever. Duval!
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and Dylan Denmark.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Jaguars Today. I'm sorry, but Tom just put his peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter, whatever. There's jelly. Off to the side, Tony. Did you see the loving pat that he gave it?
I did not, no.
I'll be back.
It's going to be okay.
I'll be
I'll
back
be back
on the
to
break.
get you. Will not leave you.
Like, wow. Tom, welcome back from Vegas.
Good to be home, man. Good to be home.
How are the tables?
I did okay. I made about even. I think I won maybe 10, 20 bucks. But
fantastic.
the last night was fun. It was like it was rocking, first and foremost. It was Halloween night, right?
I'm getting a camera adjustment as we speak right now from Dylan Denmark.
I thought Tommy was looking to protect his sandwich for a second. Dylan came in.
What's going on? Are you coming for my sandwich? Get out of here.
So you were saying.
Anyway, the last night it was fun because it was Friday night. It was Halloween. We did go to a party upstairs, and I kind of broke away, which I did on occasion, and sat at the tables and had a good group. You know, it's always fun when you're at a blackjack table and they all want you to win. You know, like they're all rooting for you, cheering for you, and then you got a dealer that's kind of guiding you, and like, yeah, you should hit, you shouldn't hit. You know, and
they'll do that.
Totally.
I like at the lower stakes tables. Which,
absolutely. And you give them a little juice. You know, that little coin. You know, you put a chip, a top of yours, whatever they call that. So they're in on the bet too. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just tipping them. I don't know. I learned it while I was there. I thought that was kind of
okay.
But I'll tell you one thing. One thing that was cool. I was there the other, not the last night where I came back. The night before I didn't. I lost about 100. But guy sits down next to me. It's just me and this guy, and he's with his, I think, wife or girlfriend, and maybe their I don't know, brother, sister, whatever. You could tell they're professionals. They don't, they just come in and they got these certificates that are valued at money. They give them to the dealer. They're like, oh, okay. They give him the chips, puts it all in. I mean, hit. He made like $1,200 in 10 minutes, and then he was gone because they switched out dealers. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm cashing out my chips, and $1,200 later, he's out of there. I was just like, dang.
That pays for dinner and a show or whatever.
Now, he did say that was like his best, table of the night. Like, he's lost pretty much a lot.
I'm going to say that he may not be a professional. If, if that was the case. But
you got to think the house eventually wins their money back if you stay.
The house always wins the money back. Yeah. Maybe not from you. You can win in the short term and come out ahead, but you got to have some discipline to do that.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Beating the house enough, they ask you to leave the house.
Yeah, right.
Right, and they did. Right, exactly. Like whether you're doing anything wrong or not, we just don't want your business here anymore because you're
cleaning us out.
You're good at it. I mean,
it's like a buffet.
Has decent odds in favor of the player. You know, they're not in favor, but they're close to even.
Yeah,
I thought it was all you can eat. This is your fifth plate.
Yeah.
I thought it was all you can eat.
Yeah. We got kicked out of one of those places at BC because the 5 linemen and me and a couple other guys went, and they're like, we can't feed you anymore. We're like, come on. It was like, you can eat wings or something. I don't know how many we went through, but a lot. And they finally came out, we can't feed you anymore. We're like, that's it. We're like, okay.
Then
see you later.
Take down your line.
Take down this.
Right, exactly.
It says all you can eat, meaning us.
Right. Yeah. Or all you care to eat.
Yeah.
As the case may be.
Yeah, there you go.
So, whatever. I haven't done an all-you-can-eat deal in a long time.
I haven't either. Yeah.
Probably not the best
afraid
thing
of
for you.
You know what I've been wanting to do, though, honestly? Like, go into Golden Corral and just
Brother,
feast.
let me tell you what. The one I don't know about the rest of it,
in
because some people are like, Golden Corral.
No, it's not.
The one in Palm Coast, it was always fantastic. We used to go when Colin was a little dude. We go. It was a pretty inexpensive meal. We'd go down there, and you got the big dessert bar, so he could pick whatever he wanted off there. And
so good.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Every time I drive by it on beach,
I'm not a food snob, man. I mean, I can
eat anything.
I can get down with Golden Corral.
Yeah,
or Sizzler, or any number of things.
Absolutely.
Some people are always crapping on Olive Garden. That's not real Italian food. I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
I like it. Whatever. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
it's
not authentic.
I don't
Great.
care.
Yeah.
The lasagna is delicious. So what can I tell you? All right. So were you able to go to the game, or you were back?
No, we came back.
You came back. Okay.
If we stayed for the game, then we'd have to do the show Monday from there, and I don't know when we'd be getting back.
Gotcha.
So it's just kind of easier to get home and watch it from home.
Yeah. So watching last night, and I'm the sadomasochist who stayed up and
did you watch the whole thing?
Everything. I watched it all. I mean, I got off, really? And but I'm always going to be up. So what am I going to do? I get off the air at 10 o'clock. It just second half kicks off.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to follow it.
Yeah,
and
right.
I stayed until they got the first down that enabled them to kneel it out.
Okay.
And then I had seen enough at that point. But here is the supposedly best team in the AFC, at least record-wise. And so, you say, I don't care what the Jags did. It was against the Raiders. Okay, it was against the Raiders in Vegas.
Yeah.
And offensively, we ran circles around him. And look who the Jags had. Brenton Strange. Oh, wait, we didn't have Brenton Strange. Right. Brian Thomas, he left the game injured. Didn't have Travis Hunter. De'Ami Brown left with a concussion. I mean, by the end of that game.
Yeah.
And they're scoring on 6 consecutive possessions. Mm-hmm. The Jaguars offense did a nice job in that game. Now, defensively, Denver has it over us in spades. I mean, their pass rush was fantastic last night. But is their 3-point win at home more impressive than the Jags' 1-point win on the road?
No.
They all count the same.
That's right.
That's why you can't get caught up in any given moment. The Raiders are capable of beating you.
Right.
And they were capable of beating Denver last night.
For sure.
And they just didn't.
Yeah.
But
it's any given Sunday. You know that. I mean, they got enough good players that can take them to victories. I mean, you look at Bowers alone. He's one of the best in the league. And he is not a tight end. That guy's
it really was odd. And not because I had him in the Breakfast Bowl, but they didn't even look at him.
They didn't last night, no. I only watched a little bit.
I think they threw it to him 4 times in the game.
Yeah. Wow.
Why? It was like,
that makes no sense.
They threw it to Michael Mayer. It was very odd. And by the way, so their plan apparently, I mean, boy, that Jack Besh pick looking really good right now. Their plan is to replace Jacoby Myers with, how old is Tyler Lockett, Tony? 35? 37? I don't know
when they were throwing it to him early, I was like, who were they throwing to?
Yeah, it's the new guy. It's Tyler Lockett.
Then he turned around and was like, that's Lockett?
Yeah.
Right? They're throwing to Tyler Lockett this much in this game.
Well, did you see Thornton missed the one right off his hands?
Yeah.
I mean, would have been a huge play. Besh had a drop, I think, on his only target.
And then
of the
Genty, who had about a month ago, he was going through some things where it was like he wasn't picking up any kind of blitzes. He wasn't doing the things you need your star running back to do. And he had that stretch where he had the tip up in the air that resulted in the interception. Yep. And on the next series, he was the guy who was supposed to be picking up a blitz. He just didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
And it got his guy killed.
Yeah. By the way, Tyler Lockett 33.
Really bad.
So I overestimated.
Well, he picked up our blitzers last week. He did a good job against our Jag linebackers last week. We couldn't get
the Denver pass rush is on a completely different level from the Jags pass rush.
Yeah,
and look, so what somebody asked, Regina called up, might have been yesterday, and said, "What wins in the NFL, offense or defense?" Might have been Wednesday. I don't know, but honestly, I think it could be either. You know, if you're as good as Denver is defensively, if Bo Nix is on, they can win against anybody.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. But they've also scraped by against the has-beens of the league.
For sure.
You know, but at the same time, you can win. I mean, look, when Nick Foles and company won the Super Bowl, that both teams in the 40s. Nobody was playing defense. I think, and I think it's the most recent thing we saw. And look at Philadelphia. Well, I don't know what is Philadelphia. Are they more? Or they're a running game.
There is as the tale as old as time, everyone overreacts to however the team that won the Super Bowl wins the Super Bowl.
Yes, and this is the way to do it now. This is how you do it now.
All right, until next year when it'll be done differently. Like it's whatever is needed in that game to win.
Yeah, I think the concern now is the offense, especially after all the injuries. You know, you got to be really impressed with I'm really impressed with ETN and the running game and the line. They got back to some physical play against the Raiders. Raiders were physical too, but I thought we matched that big time. I thought we were very physical on the offensive line for sure. On defensive line against the run, we were definitely physical. Obviously, the pass got to be a little bit more. The problem is, though, and not just Sunday, it seems like our defense continues to squander leads that our offense gets for them. And I know, like, after a while you get tired, I get that, but you just gotta get a stop. Like, even last week against the Raiders, I mean, Trev & Company brought you back. It was 13-9. There was 16-13. Brought you back 20-16. They come back 23. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you got to get one of those drives. You got to stop. Like, I understand, you know, they're going to have theirs too, but you have to come up with the stops, and our defense is going to have to do that in order for us to be a true contender, in my opinion.
Well, right. I'm not saying the Jags are a true contender. I'm saying they're a playoff contender.
Yeah.
You know, are they a true contender to win it all? They haven't shown me that.
I meant playoffs for me,
they're
too.
a contender to make the playoffs, clearly. I mean, they'd be in if it started today, so you got to consider them a contender. Yeah. They've won enough games to put themselves in that position. Anyway, we'll get into Jags-Texans coming up, the tail of the tape between those two squads. We'll get to our picks for the week as well. We'll talk Jaguar football with you for the next couple of hours. Tom McManus is in. Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark here as well. We've got the high school playoff field set. We'll talk about that when we come back for our two gentlemen who are very involved in that. And this is Jaguars Today, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines or the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Stream us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Hit us up at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at Meathead55, and at 1010XL Denmark.
I need some Girl Scout cookies.
It's that time again. All right. Well, you know, whatever you need, we'll try to provide.
I got to have them cookies, baby.
All right, baby. We'll get them to you.
I love cookies. I do.
They go well with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Afterwards, with a glass of milk. You kidding me? Yeah.
All right. Jaguars Today. Just getting started on this Friday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
That's why we give you Pre-Game Friday. Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day.
You like that?
Yeah! Built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Tuesday, November 11th is Veterans Day, and we'll be honoring those who have served our nation all day and night at String Sports Brewery in Jacks Beach with a free barbecue sandwich, side, and a beer. That's for all veterans and active duty military members anytime on Veterans Day. Plus, our show's going to be there live from 4 to 6. So thanks to our friends at the Firewatch for putting this on. So come out and hang out with us and honor veterans. That's at Strings on Veterans Day, November 11th.
Game days aren't the only win happening in the 904. Best of Bold City named 904 Gutters with a Z the #1 seamless gutter company in Duval. Like the team's O-line protects their QB. Call the winning team at 904 Gutters with a Z to protect your home from the rain.
Wingstop and 1010XL has the ultimate tailgate for you to win. Leon Sersigan, your lemon pepper guy. Go to 1010XL.com to register to win a 100-piece wing party complete with fries, veggie sticks, and dips.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron. Totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosser here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they get the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low, and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
I love Fridays.
Friday's a great day.
It's a great day.
The FHSAA 2A playoff bracket has been announced, okay? And Tony Smith, let's start with you. Region 1, Bulls v. Walton. What do you know?
That Bulls should roll through that pretty easy.
Uh-oh.
Running clock.
Yeah.
Running clock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where's Walton?
Good night, John Boy.
Obviously
Walton.
Florida, but where is it? West side?
Pensacola.
Yeah, it's
Pensacola.
The west side. West side of Florida?
Yeah, that's right,
Okay.
man. Yeah, sure.
It's like the west side of Jacksonville. Or
I
something.
don't know.
All right, and Baldwin taking on FSU High. This is a roadie for you, right?
Yes, sir. They are the 4 seed. They're a district champion, even though they did not win a district game. But
what?
So the team, it's a 2-team district.
Oh, jeez.
And
Everybody
the other team in the district is not postseason eligible. So they, by default, are a district champ with no wins in the district.
And why are they not postseason eligible?
Because they cheated. They did not have 8 kids registered correctly.
Wait, they're champs, but they didn't win a division game.
That is correct.
Because the other ones are
Right.
dirty cheaters.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, it was
There's only
Allegedly,
2,
I don't
right.
know.
It was just the 2-team
Right.
district. Right? And the one
Oh,
team
my
cheated,
God.
so the other team wins.
Yeah.
If we
Here's
can
a
stay in the
trophy.
top 2
We
here, we got a
are
chance.
the champions.
All right.
Too funny.
So,
Yeah, by the
we
way,
go to-
that Baldwin, if they do win, they'll be playing Bulls next week. In all likelihood.
That's a barn burner.
Yeah, so we go to Tallahassee. First team to 62 might win. This might be a
it's one of those.
Track meets.
Nobody
Track meet.
bringing any defense with them?
No.
Okay.
Sir.
Blitz.
And when are these matchups? Take?
Next Friday at 7.
Friday at 7 for both of them. All right.
Yes, sir.
So
Bulls 7:30. I don't know why they're playing at 7:30 for the first time all year at home.
well,
but
they know that
that's
running clock
the
will kick in
scheduled
and they'll
kick.
end at
Yeah,
the same
right.
time.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
So
next Friday.
Sorry, Walton.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All right.
congrats
Good
to
luck.
Bowles and Baldwin for finding out Dylan was like an expectant father yesterday. He's very unhappy that the live stream link was not released at like 11:15.
And it wasn't even up at 12 o'clook.
Was it
It
not?
got dropped at 1 o'clock because we had other controversy from other cheating teams down in Orlando.
Really? What were they? They didn't start the live stream until the cheating saga was.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So the bracket's supposed to drop at noon. This team in Orlando, First Academy, there is a judge that lifts the temporary ban. So First Academy was supposed to be banned from the postseason last year and this year. Okay.
For cheating?
Yes.
Or something else?
Yes,
For
cheating.
Okay.
Recruiting violation.
Not a cheating going on in high school.
Everybody's doing it, but some get caught. That's how it works. So it's just like college football all those years. No one's getting paid. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, right.
So at 11 o'clock, a story comes out. Hey, First Academy, there's a judge that just lifts the postseason ban for them so they can now make the playoffs. Okay. So 12 o'clock goes by. No, there's nothing coming from the FHSA. 12:02. Hey, we've had just something come down. 1 o'clock, we're going to drop the bracket. The bracket show comes out. They skip that region in 1A. So you have teams that still have no idea who they're going to play next Friday because of this controversy.
So they haven't even.
They have not even dropped that bracket for that region.
Huh.
All 8 teams.
Judge is going.
Yeah, somebody got
to hand me a fat stack.
Yeah, right. Give me something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Again, that covers us, right? If I say allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly.
I don't think anybody is listening
soliciting
to
bribes.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you wouldn't be the first judge that's done that.
I'm guessing not.
Clearly.
I'm guessing not. I mean, Dylan just called every high school team cheaters.
Oh, yeah. No one's recruiting. No one's doing any of that
With the
stuff.
exception of Bowles and Baldwin. And Bishop Canny.
Take the money and run, kids. Take the
Other
money
than
and
those three, if you start with a B here in the Jacksonville area, you're safe. Okay? All right. So, Tommy, how big of a deal is this with C.J. Stroud not in the game? We're not tongue-tail of the tape here yet to size them up side by side, but I feel like this is this game has moved into the absolutely have to win it category for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I like what you said earlier in the week. Bury them, right? You win this game, they're done. They're done. Forget about them.
3 games back plus the tiebreaker.
You will not have to, as long as you take care of business for the most part, you won't have to worry
barring
about
a
them.
complete and utter collapse.
And it'll just show that you're continuing to be that contender. It's time to stack some wins together, right? And what a great opportunity to go to Houston with their. I mean, look, if we didn't have Trevor, we'd be like, oh my gosh, who knows what's going to happen? They feel the same way. You know, they obviously, Davis Mills has played for them for a while. They know him a little bit, obviously.
Beating the Jags twice.
No, I know. He's no slouch. And again, give him time. He's going to carve you up, just like we saw last week.
I see a lot of people on social media going, oh, this is the worst thing. The Jags do terrible against backup quarterbacks. I wonder, do they do bad against backup quarterbacks, or do they do poorly when the backup comes in like in a mid-game switch?
Well, I also think when you start looking at especially the last 15 or so years of Jaguars football, it's like, oh, they do terrible against X. It's like they've been bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like, who have they done well against?
Yep.
You know, basically in the last 15 years. So, yeah, backup quarterbacks probably do pretty well against the Jacksonville Jaguars because they don't do well against basically anybody. But I do think looking at, say, the Jaguars were coming into this game without Trevor Lawrence, I think we'd all feel like it's done.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the way it feels because the defense isn't going to give them enough punch to
right.
keep them in it. Houston's does.
Yeah, for sure.
Bottom line, defensively, they can play with anybody in the league.
Yep.
So they're not dead going into the game despite the fact that they have a backup quarterback playing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And he's been around like we said. Look, I don't care, start or backup. If you don't pressure the QB consistently, he's gonna throw it around. Especially when you play zone, and especially when you play off zone. There's always the hole in zone, and if you don't disrupt the timing of the QB and the receiver with a pass rush with 4, then it's not going to work as well for you, and it hasn't worked that great on the passing side. We've been very good against the run. I got to give him credit. We've been pretty physical against the run. I think we're giving up like 3.8 a carry, which to me is really, really good. They're at about 4.0. They've given up some gashes here and there.
They did a good job. They surprised the Jags with that 5-man front.
That's right.
The first game that they hadn't really prepared for. So I would expect, even though it won't be a surprise, you're going to make Trevor Lawrence prove that he is going to be the guy. I'm going to have a conservative game plan, though, if I'm Jacksonville. I can't turn the ball over in my territory. I can't give them a short field.
That's right.
To work with. They managed 15 points last week. I think 12 of them after Stroud went out. So Davis Mills led some field goal drives against that Denver defense. But you're right. It's the pressure. Can you get any pressure on Davis Mills? Because we saw one version of Geno Smith on Sunday.
Right.
We saw a completely different version of that entire offense. And it wasn't Jacoby Myers that was the missing piece last night. He didn't have this massive stat line against the Jags. They just could not protect him. They couldn't. They weren't functional.
There was 4 sacks, 7 QB hits by Denver last night, so they got after
more than 4 sacks.
I thought they had 4.
I think it ended up with like 6.
I don't know. Okay,
you might be right. I'll look at the bottom. It felt like a lot more.
But that's the difference. And that look, when we were leading the league in takeaways, and I know we're still 6. Sorry, it was still up at near the top, right? As far as takeaways, well, when were they doing that? Because they were getting pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get takeaways without pressure unless the QB, something gets batted at the line or something like that. But we got to get more pressure, and more times than not, especially last week when Campanile did send extra guys, they're getting picked up. I mean, they're getting blocked. I don't know what, he's probably sitting there going, man, what can I do? Maybe go play man a little bit more, so I could disrupt some routes or something. But it's tough when you want to play your defense. You send an extra guy thinking that's going to bring the pressure.
And it's not.
And then it doesn't do anything.
So what do you do then? Because people always call it when the pressure isn't there, people always call for sending more people. But if the extra people are getting picked up, are you better off just flooding the zone with extra bodies there and hoping your 4 eventually break through?
Well, I think what happens is they play that kind of shell, and then it's all, hey, let them catch it in front of you and then go make a tackle. But you got to make the tackle. Not that they're missing a lot of tackles. I don't mean that.
Early in the year, they were outstanding.
Yeah,
in that
they
department.
were. You're right.
But Eric Murray was part of that.
Absolutely.
He's not here.
Yep.
Jordan Lewis has not practiced this week. He was a big part of that.
Yep.
He
came up and stalked Genty on that when he got hurt.
Yeah.
He came flying up and, gave it his all. Really cracked him really good. Genty's just, he's a pretty tough kid. Beast, but that's when he hurt his shoulder. I think that was a big hit by him.
Well, it definitely looks like Devin Lloyd's trending towards a return, so that'll be big as well. We'll get into your tail of the tape when we come back on the offensive side, matching up present state of affairs, right?
Yeah, that's right.
C.J. Stroud not accounted for here in the quarterback tail of the tape because he has been ruled out of this game. Cammy Fairbairn won't kick in this game either. Matthew Wright, the former Jaguar, will. And Fairbairn hit, I think, 5 out of 6 field goals last week. And not that Matthew Wright's not capable of doing something like that, but Cammy Fairbairn's got a big leg and, excellent range, and points are going to be at a premium, it feels like. On Sunday in Houston. All right, with Tom McManus in studio, you want to get in? You know the ways to do it. Primarily 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. It is Keys to Victory Friday, so hit us up on social media with your keys for the Jags to come out victorious. We'll give you some hours coming up in hour number 2, but we'll go to the tail of the tape, matching them up side by side. Straight ahead, this is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big, sexy glass. You spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request a free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
Watch football this season in downtown Duval at Pour Tap Room Jacksonville. 2 floors, 15 TVs, a giant projector, 80 self-pour taps of ice-cold craft beer, wine and cocktails, plus a full bar. Wings, burgers, and more, and pizza delivered to your table from Pizza Dynamo. Downtown at Laura and Forsyth. Pour Tap Room Jacksonville. A beer festival every day.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer. This is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Tired of your hair falling out? Our hair restoration solutions have helped over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477 or go to hairforme.com.
What is 1010XL's Jeff Prosser's favorite movie? The answer next.
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Believe it or not, Jeff Prosser's favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
We're here. Don't worry about it, Dylan. It's fine. We're not
Thought you
going
fell
anywhere.
asleep, man.
I didn't fall asleep. Come on.
Dylan's yelling at us.
Sandwich still sitting over there in the corner, though.
It looks pretty good.
I know that. Tommy and I were
warming it up in the
We're
sunshine.
talking hardcore Jaguar football, preparing for this segment of discussion. So that's where we're at.
Absolutely.
Tom's tail of the tape. Let's,
Come on, rock
let's
and roll.
unveil it, Tommy. It would have been interesting to see if C.J. Stroud was playing this week, how you would have come down.
I thought about it. I would have probably had a push.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Stroud hasn't been great this year.
No.
You know?
No.
Been all right.
Yeah, he's
you know,
been okay.
Trevor's been all right.
Yeah.
He's been, you can spin the numbers one way or the other.
True.
If you are a believer or a non-believer in Trevor. But I would imagine that Trev took down the check mark this week.
Oh,
against Davis
yeah,
Mills.
for sure, without even hesitating. And look, Mills, again, if you don't pressure him, he'll find a way to place that ball in the right holes in those zones, and, he'll move the ball a little bit. So, but yeah, without question, Trev.
What do you make of his overall performance this week against the Raiders?
I thought very gritty. I thought he made some tremendous throws. There were a couple that, gosh, I wish they just look. I call them like bread and butter. They feel like those out patterns towards the sideline. He threw a ball to Diami on a deep out. It was perfect timing, and it was right in the perfect spot. Now Diami made it, hit him in his hands. He made the catch, and he got his 2 feet in. It was just that timing and perfect throw. And then the other one to Brian Thomas on the deep curl. he hit him like he threw it before he broke. And you're like, yes, that's because what does it do? It gives Brian a chance to catch it and then go try to make a play, which he did. So I thought other than the interception, he went a little rogue on the play call. The what do you call it? Shovels
pass,
there.
yeah.
Just give it to him.
Or throw it out of the back
or
of the
get
end
rid of
zone.
it. Yeah, or take or
If it
do
doesn't
something.
feel
Just
right.
don't force the ball there. You got time to not have to worry there. But whatever, he regrouped. Listen, he's still missing a few, but he's still making a few. And I think that's just what he is. And I love the fact that he takes off and run. I love the called run. So overall, I thought he had a really solid performance.
20 out of 40 for 222 with an interception against the Texans.
I know.
I'm just saying, I'm not arguing. Like, I'd clearly give him the check mark over Davis Mills as well. I'm just saying, on the road, it's going to have to be better than 50%.
Absolutely.
Against the Texans.
No question about that. No question. And I think if we can really lean on the run game, they only give up 4 yards a carry, but it is 4 yards a carry, so maybe you can get some cracks in there. I want to see some good rhythm, those timing patterns, and those easy throws, the easy button, the out patterns and whatnot. I think he's really good at and get him in a rhythm. But, yeah, he definitely is good. Yeah, listen, it's a quarterback-driven league. We know it. You can have everything else, but you got to have a quarterback that can win games for you.
All right, so let's move on off that. Travis Etienne, Bajal Tootin. Nick Chubb looks like he will play. Got in the limited practice yesterday. He's been dealing with a foot ailment. Woody Marks has had an up and down rookie year. He's had his moments, though.
He's caught a couple touchdown passes.
Yeah, no,
and
he has. I think his impact from afar looks to be kind of comparable to what Bajal Tootin has done here, maybe even a little bit more at times. But overall, how do you see the running back rooms matching up?
I'd give it to the Jags. I mean, look, I think Etienne really, I love that he was the workhorse last week. You mentioned Tootin, which is a nice one-on-one with the Texans. And then you got LaQuinn Allen, who really just makes plays when he's out there. He's a good blocker. He's a tough kid. He'll hit you for a nice run when he gets an opportunity. Can catch a ball. So I'll give our backfield the check mark. And it's really led by the way Etienne's playing. I
think so.
Love the way he's
Etienne's
playing.
a cut above the rest of these guys in either room and the way he's performed so far this year. All right. MASH unit. For the folks who remember that program, just at the wide receiver position for the Jags, I would suspect Brian Thomas Jr. is not going to play this week, although I haven't gotten anything official on that. Okay. De'Ami Brown looks like he's trending positive, Tone. Got in the full practice yesterday. Still has to officially clear the concussion protocol, but what you expect the Jags and the Texans to have on the field, how do you see the head-to-head?
Well, I tell you, Parker Washington's having a great year. He had 2 big plays. They were called back by holding last week or penalties. They were phenomenal. He would have had even a bigger
back-to-back plays.
Yeah, it was just really, really good plays. Good yak, making moves. So I really like what he has brought to the table. Of course, they've got Nico, who's a stud. He always seems to give us problems. We'll see if we can at least control him a little bit. 3 touchdowns, 6 big plays. I saw plays over 20. At least that was from ESPN. Xavier Hutchinson, another guy that scored a few touchdowns for him. I know they get Kirk back. Did he play last week?
He played last week.
Back? Okay.
He had like 4 catches for,
nothing,
40 yards, something like that.
And then they got a couple young guys, right? Jalen Neal, who does returning.
Jaden Higgins.
Jaden Higgins, right.
2 of them.
Yeah, so...
And plus, we're rolling in tight end in this
we are.
well.
Dalton Schultz.
And Dalton Schultz has played well recently, particularly.
And we don't have Strange.
Yeah.
It's kind of close, but I'm going to go Houston. I'm going to give them the chance. Nico takes him over the top. He's a really, really good wide receiver.
Schultz as a pass-catching weapon at tight end gives them something the Jags don't have right now.
Fair.
As well.
Yeah.
I love what Parker Washington's done. I don't know what to expect out of Jacoby Myers,
Right. No, right.
3 or 4 catches.
Who knows?
40, 50 yards, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
If that, or
gonna target him, you'd think. I mean,
you would think to some degree, but again, they threw it 40 times against Houston last time. I gotta believe, man, they're gonna try to be a little bit more balanced. And I get it; they got caught off guard, and they were reacting to that odd man front that they threw at them.
It's even as well as Parker Washington is playing. You're looking at going into a week where it's Parker, hopefully De'Ami Brown, and a guy
and
you
a brand
traded
new guy.
for.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a weird group this week at wide receiver.
We don't even know if Hunter Long will play.
Right.
No, I know. I saw that.
So, all right. I think we all agree consensus check mark for the pass catchers for the Texans now. What about the offensive line?
Offensive line, they're pretty close. They are pretty close. They got massive tackles in Ursary and Titus Howard, I think is his name. They've given up about the same amount of sacks and QB hits. They've given up 19 sacks with 44 QB hits. We've given up 21 sacks with 48 QB hits. We're definitely running the ball better, so you got to give credit to the offensive line overall. We're at a 4.5 with ETN leading the charge at 5.0 yards per carry. Chubb's at like 3.9. As a total, they're at about 4.1. So I'm going to give the nod to our offensive line. I do think they played better last week, kept the quarterback clean for the most part, opened some holes, and did a pretty good job there, and they were physical. So I'm going to give the check mark to our Jags.
I would too, and I'm not trying to, I think that you've been pretty spot on so far on the offensive
close.
side.
I mean, it's not like a huge...
Right. Titus Howard, by the way, in the concussion protocol,
he is?
hasn't practiced this week, so he's probably not going to play in this game. I mean, they got a lot of guys back to limited participation yesterday, but they still have a number of guys that are missing. Christian Harris, one of their linebackers, obviously their quarterback and kicker are not going to play this week as well. Ed Ingram, another guard. So you got a couple of offensive linemen who haven't practiced this week. John McClain joined us on Wednesday to talk about it. He has little to no confidence in their offensive line. He thinks that Josh Hines Allen is in for a big game.
We need a big game.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so 3 checks for the Jags, and maybe for the first time, I don't think Tommy's actually homering up on some of these.
First time?
Yeah, first time.
Come on.
First time today. We'll go to the defense when we come back, and I have a feeling things might even out a little bit with what the Texans are bringing to the table, but we'll find out as we move on ahead. Confidence picks coming up next hour. You're listening to Jaguars Today as we get ready for the Houston Texans to host the Jags on Sunday. This is 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Food. Sandwiches, subs, absolutely. But I've been telling you forever, they have a great line of breakfast items. And with the cooler weather out there, you want to get your day started off right. How about a little something warm in your belly, like the Twin Pack Cinnamon Swirl and Country Sausage, ready to go in under a minute in the microwave. You get the sweet first and the salty kicks in. And trust me, they are delicious and addicting. And it's a hearty portion, weighing in at 7 ounces. You're going to find them at local daily stores all over town, wherever you find superior Dandy products. So pop in, check them out. And I know I usually talk about those lunch items and those dinner items, and they've got them for you as well. But if you want some quick pick-me-up on-the-go protein packs, veggie trays, fruit cups, gourmet salads, and yes, a full line of breakfast items, including the Twin Pack Cinnamon Swirl and Country Sausage. So, folks, when you're hungry in Duval, remember, Dandy is the name to know. And no matter what time of day that comes, do what I do. Go out and make yours a Dandy, and do it today.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Get the goods on Gainesville 24/7. Search 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
Their sound-shaped music for generations to come. Toto, live. One special night with hit after hit. March 2nd at St. Augustine Amphitheater. On sale now at AXS.com. Don't miss an evening with Toto, live.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Jacksonville, are you ready? The college basketball season is tipping off soon with an epic in-state showdown. The defending national champion Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes go head-to-head in the Jacksonville Hoop Showdown. Be there Sunday, November 16th at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena and witness this in-state rivalry live. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. It's Florida versus Miami right here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, November 16th. Ticketmaster.com.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
Packer here. Join me for the game this Sunday at Ford Tap Room downtown at Laura and Forsyth. Catch all the action on 2 floors of 80 self-poured taps, 15 TVs, and a giant projector. I'll see you this Sunday at Ford Tap Room.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, Tommy Mack, tail of the tape looked good for the Jacksonville Jaguars on the offensive side of the ball. What about special teams, defense, head coaching matchup between these two squads? Let's get to it here because we got a lot to hit on in hour number 2, including our X factors for this game. We'll give you some keys to victory. We'll make our picks for all the NFL games that have yet to kick off here in week number 10. Tommy, let's begin on the defensive line. How do you see these two teams sizing up against each other?
Yeah, Houston, they get the check mark. They're very good on the outside, as we all know. Their stud rushers have 6.5 and 4 sacks, respectively.
And I feel like Danielle Hunter's not even having a
big,
like he has had 2 games where he's had 2 sacks each, and they came, I think, in the first 5 weeks of the season. And but still, like you said, you compare that to what we've done.
We got 4 total out of our 2 guys.
Crazy.
2 each.
You were just saying on the break, you saw the stat Caleb Von Chase on.
Yep.
This will rip your guts out.
It will. When I put it together, I was like, holy cow.
Season and a half, since the beginning of 2024, has more sacks than Josh Hines.
A half a sack more, but still.
That's more. More is more.
Yeah, he's got 5.5
Call
this
me
year.
even. Call me even if you want to.
No,
now,
right.
Again, look, the Jags weren't wrong to move on from Caleb Von Chase on.
No.
It's just that you took a guy way back in the Dave Caldwell era that you saw something in, but he was young and raw, and you played him out of position. It took him years to get to this point right now.
You made him play D-end when he was nowhere near a D-end. He just couldn't handle being
right.
a
He's
D-end.
not that size.
No, but he's great in space.
Good
for him.
He's been playing well.
Good for him.
All right, so the Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter lead the way on the edges.
Yeah.
They got Mario Edwards and Sheldon Rankins in the middle.
Foley's still playing for him.
By the way,
get him to stay healthy, but
you guys, Eric Armstead coming on today at 3 o'clock?
Yes, at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, just wanted to check to make sure that was on.
Every Friday on Helmets and Heels.
All right, so check mark pretty easily for you on the D line.
Yes, they're that much better.
All right, we expect to have Devin Lloyd back.
Yes.
So we can count him into this equation along with Foye Oluwakin as your top couple of linebackers in this scenario. Gardek's been banged up.
Yeah, I saw
Matter of fact,
that.
what was his practice status?
Yeah, he's questionable.
Yesterday. Limited both days, but he's been in a non-contact jersey.
Okay, yeah.
Which
What's
is not
he
great.
got? What's he have? A shoulder?
Chest injury is listed at.
Really?
Yeah.
I once got a crack in my sternum. That hurts, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, like a hairline fracture.
Uh-huh.
I took a fullback on it. It was my first year spring ball, and I took him on too high, and his helmet went right into my chest, and that you couldn't breathe for a little while.
Nothing they can do other than numb it up.
No, exactly.
Right.
Just hopefully it heals. Wow.
Wow. All right.
Hopefully it's not that.
So how do you say? And they obviously have Aziz Al-Shair, who we
they're
can't
good.
stand around
Yeah, I
these
know.
parts, but he's a good
Good
player.
player. Yep.
And
how do you say
Henry
that?
202.
He's a good player too, man. He's active linebacker.
He is. Who gets the check mark?
We get the check mark because of Lloyd
Yeah.
being back. If he wasn't back, I'd probably give the check mark to
We
them.
talked
or a
about this
push.
yesterday with D-Rock,
Yeah.
right? I still, to this moment, if you ask me who's the MVP of the Jags through 8 games, I still give it to Devin Lloyd. Who would you give it to?
Probably Devin. I think Devin or ETN. For me.
Those were the two top
Yeah.
candidates.
Yeah, I could
clearly.
easily make a case for ETN, but Devin, before he got injured, was clearly the best player. on the team.
Without a doubt. And I think that he's made enough of an impact that still lingers for me.
He's
even
going to
through
help a ton. I think
missed games.
just being back and healthy.
All
Looking
right,
forward to
so we're getting the check at
Yeah, Jags get
linebacker.
it. Yep.
All right, let's go to the secondary where we're down Eric Murray.
geez,
Looks
yeah.
like we're down Jordan Lewis. We're down Travis Hunter
Yep.
right now. Safety is an issue for this football team. I
It
wouldn't
is.
say their safeties are very distinguished.
No.
Though Jimmy Ward
Petrie's
not going to
pretty
play. Petrie's probably not going to play.
He's not gonna play?
Well,
Okay.
I mean Petrie. Let's see, has not practiced this week in the concussion protocol.
Okay.
And
Jeez.
that's the guy who's likely to cover Parker Washington in the slot.
You're right.
So, I mean, he's kind of a hybrid nickel corner safety combo. How do you see it?
Well, with Stingley Jr.,
Yeah.
he's total stud.
He's top of
Yeah,
the
he's
charts
stud.
out of all these guys.
I give the check mark to the Texans. Obviously we're banged up. I like Jarian Jones. I want to see him out there and see how many reps he can get. Buster could play corner. We've seen that, that type of thing. Wingard's, he's worrying me lately. I mean, he's just given up too many big plays to that tight end. We got to shore that up. It would help if we had pressure. I mean, they go hand in hand, but he's got to do a better job. And
Safety's been a concern. They apparently, Tone, didn't think there was anything out there available that enticed them to even get close to sniff around any.
Well, when looking at the guys that could potentially be available in the trade market, none of them were free safeties.
No.
Right, which is where the need is for
That's
the Jacksonville Jaguars. So them not getting a safety in the end, it's disappointing, but it's not all that big a surprise, just given what wasn't available. And I understand it. NFL teams aren't letting go of free safeties if they're any good.
Right, absolutely.
Like you don't have a depth of that on your roster in all likelihood. So, they're just nothing was available.
Yeah, so the check mark goes to the Texans on that one.
Special teams.
Well, with Fairbarn out, I'm going with us. I mean, the
AFC Special Teams Player of
That's
the Week,
right.
Cam Little.
And obviously the 68-yarder was phenomenal. The 48-yarder to me was really super
as
impressive.
we've all talked about this
So
week,
hard.
Logan Cook's hold
Oh, yeah.
on the one hopper
Oh, yeah.
on that snap. This is pressure. Could you imagine if that game ends without getting the kickoff?
No.
Because you rolled one back there? I
No.
mean, come on.
Ross has had a few issues snapping
he
the
has.
ball. I wonder what's
he
up.
has. I don't know.
Maybe it's like kicking. You get in a little rut or something.
Maybe so.
Like your rhythm is off or something. I don't know.
All right, so
Anyway.
you're going to give the Jags the nod there. Head coaching matchup here. Liam Cohen's now gone head-to-head with DeMeco Ryans.
Yeah.
Once came out on top, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's the sole determiner. But how do you see this?
Well, I was thinking it's close, but I got to give it to DeMeco. He's got 2 10 and 7 years back to back. I mean, that's pretty impressive for 2 years in the league. So I'm going to go with DeMeco on this one.
Okay. Here's what you gave the Jags. You gave the edge at quarterback, running back, offensive line, linebacker, special teams. Houston gets the check at pass catcher, wide receiver, tight end combo, D-line, defensive backs, head coach. So let's do that. We'll take a timeout here, and let's come back. By the way, last week, Tommy, you had 5-3 with a push. In favor of the Jags, and it came down to an overtime game, right? I mean, it's not like and by the way, in the Rams game, it was 6-2 Rams with a push. So
I know kind of what I'm doing. Sometimes
in the Seattle game.
All
right, we'll stop there. All right, let's come back and talk about X factors. Who could tilt the balance one way or the other for the Jaguars in this contest? We'll do that as we kick off the second hour today. If you want to be a part of it, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
He's got his trigger finger on the pulse of Jacksonville football.
Does he have a name?
He calls himself Mike Duraco.
And we get his insight every Thursday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Written by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
AA Automotive helps keep your car in dependable travel condition. Stop in today. They'll check the brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and AC to get you right back to your holiday plans. AA Automotive on Richard Street. Full service auto repair you can count on.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
No one knows more about fishing the First Coast than Captain Kevin Favor. The Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services. And Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org.
This Veterans Day, Navy Mutual would like to salute Bobby Jones as our hero in sports. Jones is known as one of the greatest golfers in history and is perhaps best known for winning all 4 major tournaments in 1930.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, it's Frank Frangie. Business owners, listen up. If your plumbing or AC company keeps giving you the runaround, it's time to cut them loose. Call my friends at Duck Duck Rooter. They already partner with some of the biggest commercial operations in Northeast Florida, like the Jaguars and station operations. Their office team makes invoicing a breeze, and their field techs, top-notch pros. Make the switch today. Duck Duck Rooter, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call 904-862-6769. 904-862-6769. Tell them Frank sent you.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to American-Electrical.com and see how they can help you.
Need or want cash? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
When I was in Iraq, our convoy was hit. It was bad. After I came home, I could still hear booms and see tracer fire. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
With help from DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Today, I'm part of DAV. We're veterans helping veterans to get the benefits they've earned. And I give my veterans my all.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Naomi Mathis, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by YMCA of Florida's First Coast. Alex Condon scored 25 points and grabbed 10 rebounds, notching the 10th double-double of his career and leading third-ranked Florida to a 104-64 win against North Florida last night. Florida will be off today and then get back for preparation for Tuesday's home game against rival Florida State. Right now, 76 degrees at 11 o'clock. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Just look me. Am I?
Tom McManus, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, time to get to the X Factor. Who is the player or players or aspect of a team or performance that you might not think of immediately but could change the outcome of this game in favor of the Jacksonville Jaguars or in favor of the Houston Texans, for that matter?
So not a usual suspect.
Well, I mean, you do whatever you like with it.
But I think they got to lean on Etienne. I think he's got to be the star of the game. But let's figure a different guy out.
You
That's
can
under the
figure
radar.
whoever you like. Why don't you think about it?
All right,
Well,
cool.
Tony Smith tells us who the true X factor is for this football game.
There you go.
For the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I
We'll
do-
play catch up.
Yeah, well, I do like the ETN call, but as far as the importance in the game, but a name that we've already mentioned here this morning during the show, especially in the last segment, I think it's Andrew Wingard. He's been such an issue in coverage against the tight end. They're going up against a big play threat in Nico Collins as well, so he's going to be under pressure from all ends, right, in coverage this week. So I think how he holds up in that kind of crucible with what we've seen him do, especially the last 3 weeks, it's just not been good from Andrew Wingard. I think they should have some advantages in this game. Wingard, if he doesn't have the kind of game that he's had here recently, at least takes away one of the few advantages I think Houston does have when they have the offense on the field, but it's all up to what the safety play is going to look like, and Wingard seems to lead that to me.
All right, Tommy.
I'm back.
Have you had enough time?
I'm back in the saddle.
To reconfigure.
I'm going to go with the center, Robert Hainsey, because I think he made a difference when he re-entered the lineup. And he's got to lead that physical charge. You know, if he starts off being physical, and I think he's been pretty physical when he's out there, I think he can really ignite the physicality of the O-line. This is gonna be a physical game. You're gonna have to find a way to make some movement on that line of scrimmage. So you're gonna have to get after him big time, and I think he can lead the charge. So he'd be my guy under the radar.
All right, young Denmark, are you ready for today's 10-10 take?
He is
10-10 take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
I caught him yapping on the phone there. It was a bad moment in terms of timing right here. I have a couple of X factors here. I'll give you my official one in the moment, but in just thinking what Tony said about Dewey Wingard, I think you could say the same about Greg Newsome in this game.
Good one.
Right? You look back, Tyson Campbell had the knockaway from Nico Collins that preserved the game, basically, for the Jags. They got the turnover that sealed it.
Mm-hmm.
But he also bid on that little
Yes, he
outcut,
did.
and Nico Collins burned him for a 50-yard touchdown. I believe that was a one-play drive.
It was.
Right?
Yes, it was.
So quick change, and can Greg Newsome battle Nico to kind of a standstill here and not let him dominate? We can't have him going, 8 for 110 and a touchdown and have that kind of day, which would lead probably to my true X factor, which is the third guy, whoever that is. I don't know. You got Josh Hines-Allen. Hopefully he'll get a few more sacks. He got a couple or 1.5 last week. He got 3 quarterback hits the last time. Trayvon's going to provide some pressure. I don't know how effective he can be playing 1.5-handed right now. But the third guy being, is it Agba? Is it Devin Lloyd? Is it Eric Armstead? I don't know who that next pass rusher is, but they've got to hit Davis Mills and hopefully get him on the ground. But you saw the difference in the way an offense operates. When the Jags didn't get pressure on Geno Smith, he sat back there and picked them apart. When Denver got pressure on him, he had no time to do anything with basically the same cast of characters, minus Jacoby Myers, who I don't think was the difference in 22 points on the scoreboard.
I think Lloyd is the guy, right? And I think,
and he may be that top of the list guy.
When he's out there, they seem to run, and I don't know if Logman ever mentions this on Tuesday, but they've seemed to run more of those games with him, with the end, where he hits the tackle on the inside, the end comes around him, then they both go for, you know what I mean? You haven't seen a lot of those games, it feels like, since he's been out of the lineup. He is really good at that. I mean, he's one of the, because he's just so long, he's lean, he can get skinny, he can split that double team and get in that gap and then make the chip work, and then have the guy come underneath. But maybe that's something we've been missing.
Yeah, Jeff Logman did reference that
he did.
Basically, Ventrell is not as good moving forward.
Right.
He's a good, solid player all around, but he's just not as good at attacking the line of scrimmage and in the backfield. Devin Lloyd did have a tackle for loss the first time they played. I mean, it wasn't like it was a sack fest. Trayvon had one, and Hines Allen and Armstead split the other one in that game.
Yeah.
Gonna have to have more. You need more pressures, more quarterback
And Hines Allen had the play at the end of the game that affected the interception.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah,
he did.
Oh, look, they got some pressures, right?
Oh, yeah.
And look, if they win, they got enough pressure.
Right.
I mean,
for sure.
Have enough to win that day's game.
Yeah.
Is it going to be enough against other teams? Doesn't matter. You're not playing other teams that day. Just figure out a way to in key moments, win those key moments. 3rd and 7 or longer, Houston needs to be off the field every time.
Josh Hines Allen just needs to show that he is one of the top rushers in the game. I mean, he hasn't shown that yet. I mean, last week was better, obviously, but you look at the leaders. Like Burns has got 11, Miles got 10, a couple guys got 9. Like
Nick Bonito's
you got to get up there,
nuts.
man. Like get up there. Like you should be around 7, 8. Vying for that top, spot of sack getter. So he needs to get. Look, he's trying. I know he's trying. He's doing good against the run, and he's getting after the QB. But he's got to get some sacks, man. That's what he's paid to do.
I'm 100% with you, man. You're getting paid what you're getting paid, and you're for a good reason. I mean, you're capable. We've seen it. 17 and a half. Does he have enough help? Well, you can, like you said, you can go through some of those guys. Brian Burns, they do have some guys who can pressure.
No doubt.
But Myles Garrett, he is a man on an island. So is Max Crosby. They still get their numbers, and it's not just about the numbers because it's the impact. Because you presume, all right, if I'm getting 10 sacks, I'm getting 30 pressures or whatever, whatever the percentages are, 40 pressures.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're only making a play on those 10 snaps. Got to see more of that. And I do think that the pass rush overall, if they can just not let if Davis Mills feels comfortable back there,
he'll make all the throws.
He'll have some success.
Yep.
A lot of quarterbacks will.
Yep.
In
We've
that
seen
circumstance.
it.
Yeah. Let's go to the phones for the first time this hour, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines, and say good morning to Regina. Regina, how are you?
Good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call. And in this conversation, it's nice to have Devin Lloyd back, but he's been out for a few games. What do you expect to see? I'm not looking to have him play full force. I'm hoping that it's a close game and the Jags come out on top again. But, that's a little worrisome to me, and I'll take your discussion offline because, from Tommy Mack, for a guy who hasn't been playing for a few games now, what do you expect to see out of him on Sunday?
All right. Foaming at the mouth, ready to kill somebody. That's what I would expect. And I think he will bring that kind of energy. And no, if he's healthy. Now, I don't know how healthy. I don't work him out. I don't see how he run. I don't see how he's feeling, talk to him. But if he's healthy, he feels good, he's ready to go, they clear him, he's ready to go, then you let him go.
Yeah, I think you will see full force. Like Regina said, I don't know if he'll be there in full force. I get it. Some guys do come back, and there may be still a little bit gray area, but I feel like, Tone, they almost slow played this injury, like to make sure, because he was so important in what they were doing, that if you risk bringing him back early, you risk now a more extended absence with him. Yep. He's practiced in full each day this week. I think I agree with Tom. We'll get the full Devin Lloyd this week.
Yeah, if you were going to go easy with him, it would have been last week.
Yeah, right.
Ease him in, play him 20 snaps, something like that.
I think now that was part of the reason he didn't play last week, because they didn't want to have to go easy.
Right.
Because they felt like that would be more risky than it would be worth.
Yeah.
At that point in time. But if he's going to go, I think it's because they feel like he's 100% ready to go. With that injury in particular in today's NFL, I don't think they fool around with calves.
No.
The way that maybe they used to fool around. I think now they're like, we're waiting until it's healthy, and then we're going to let him push it. And if there is going to be an issue with it, I think they'll be able to see it early in the game.
Yep.
So it may limit him in the game if it doesn't work early for Devin Lloyd, but I'm not expecting that to be the case. If he's playing, he's playing.
Yeah, he should be ready to go. And look, if you're worried about your injury, you're you shouldn't be out there. You know what I mean? That's when you don't get the full player because you think about, oh man, am I going to hurt it again?
Or sometimes guys are just like, like if you're on a gimpy ankle or whatever, you just can only go so hard.
Right.
You know,
if it still hurts, you mean the pain is still there.
Right. If you're dealing there are circumstances where you're going to be a less of an impact, and I do wonder. And generally, teams will tell you if a guy's ready to play, we're going to play him.
Yeah.
They're paying a lot of money to these guys. They're going to play him. But if you're looking at it and say, well, we think Devin Lloyd's like 90% of the way there, that might be good enough to bring him back in a division game. Not necessarily good enough to bring him back against a Raider team that you think you can beat. True. And you've got a division game on the road that's going to be critical the very next week.
Save them for that game.
I don't know. I think that's more of a fans and media mindset. You tell me. I feel like when you're ready to go, they want you out there as soon as they can have
and you. Want to be. I mean, you're
of course.
Dying to get out there. You can't stand now playing during the season. So as long as he's healthy, you're right, Tony, about that calf, because that thing, it's like a hammy. If you don't let that hammy fully heal and you open up the gate, and it could very easily get tweaked again.
I would be like if Devin Lloyd had been limited in each of the last 2 days in practice, then I'd be a little
concerned.
What are we going to get?
Yeah, sure.
Not sure. But the
what
fact
they were
that
doing last week.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly, right. And had he played, would he have maybe played not his full allotment of snaps? So I'm with you. We need him back, man. And it's crazy, right? Like the importance of certain players, their stocks rise and fall, throughout the course of the offseason and into the regular season.
Who thought going into the season that the two guys that you'd lose that you're like, oh, I don't know how we recover from that would be Devin Lloyd and Brenton Strange.
Yeah, nuts, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's where they're at.
I mean, I think a lot of people had high hopes for Brenton Strange this year, but I think there was some. I mean, Devin Lloyd was listed as a co-starter with Ventrell for quite a while.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
On those preseason depth charts.
Yeah, listen, they didn't take his fifth year for a reason.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, hey, I hope he plays great.
No doubt.
This week. And we'll come back. We'll let you know if we think the Jags are going to come away with a win. And what about the other dozen games yet to kick off in the National Football League? Time for confidence picks. When we come back with Tom McManus on this Tom's Tale of the Tape Keys to Victory Friday. It's quite a mouthful.
Sounds so good, though.
It does, doesn't it? Tom's Tale of the Tape. Tilted in favor of the Jaguars. We'll see what our picks do coming up next. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. Start your college game day tailgate early.
I'm RJ Saunders. Get everything you need to know before the games begin.
It's the Bueller Aaron Plumbing College Kickoff.
Served up by Sonny's Barbecue.
Friday night at 6 on 1010XL.
Jacksonville is my hometown, and nobody knows roofing like me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We handle everything from repairs to full roof replacements, start to finish. We give honest quotes, use quality materials, and clean up like we were never there. We all look at Google reviews, so go ahead and check out ours. We're proud of all our 5-star ratings. I would say we treat you like family, but some people don't like theirs. Go to BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roof quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Celebrate every score for Duval's favorite home team this season at One Night Taco Stand. Enjoy $3.99 margaritas, and when the home team scores, free tequila shots. Dine in only during the game. Don't miss Taco Tuesday, daily lunch specials, and Top Shelf Friday, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows. One Night Taco Stand, where tacos, tequila, and touchdowns come together.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo, it's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
How wide is home plate in baseball?
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The home plate in baseball is a generous 17 inches wide, although most major league pitchers would think otherwise.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
It's your go-to for golf talk. The Edwin Watts Golf Hour.
All we need to do is develop the rest of your game. Then you'll be unstoppable, son.
Get local updates, gear reviews, and all things golf talk. Saturday mornings at 10 on 1010XL. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
The autumn wind is a former Raider named Jacoby Myers. He's come in to blow through the city of Houston this week. Confidence picks. How do we see the 13 NFL games that are yet to kick off? Any sense for how you did last week, Tommy? Do you
I think I went 8-5.
I think you did go 8-5.
Okay, and then what are my points? 41? I had low points.
You had 56 points
okay,
last
week.
week. Tony and I both went 9-4, and we both had 59 points.
All right.
So that's the way
I'm hanging in there, man. I got to
down.
say, I'm hanging in there.
Are you?
I think so. Give me the totals.
All right, here we go. Totals.
Yep.
Tony Smith through 9 weeks of competition. We rank every game in order from most to least confident. And for instance, this week with 13 games, the top pick will be worth 13 down to 1. Tony's 87-38-1, and he has 704 in terms of the points.
Yep.
You and I are both 82-43-1, so 5 games behind in the picks. I'm at 679.5. You're at 634.5.
Beautiful.
So beautiful it is. So
Yeah, I feel good.
all right. I'm glad you do.
Yeah, this is fun.
I believe, Tony, did you win the previous week?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first this week because we tied. It's
fine.
Doesn't really matter here.
Let it roll.
I'm not going to change them up at this point in time, much to my own detriment at times. Let's go Buffalo over Miami. We're 13 points for your boy. I'll take another roadie. I'll take Detroit, getting some revenge from the playoff game against the Washington Commanders on the 12-point line. And little did I know after week 1 that I would ever have the confidence to put the Carolina Panthers up at number 11. But hosting the New Orleans Saints, that's exactly what I am doing. So, Tony Smith, I got Buffalo, Detroit, Carolina.
I have Buffalo and Detroit in the same spots, 13 and 12, and I'll take Seattle over Arizona on the 11-point line.
Seattle. SeaTac. Seattle, Tacoma. Tom McManus. I'm just saying random things now. Here we go.
He's back, baby.
I gotta look and see what your history
on.
is of
I'm
how
going with it.
accurate you've been with the Jags in the top slot. You did knock him down to the 8-point line.
I did last week. I wasn't a believer.
You weren't a believer, Tommy.
I'm a little bit more of a believer this time
You
around.
had him number one. Was this when they played the Rams, I think? You had him on the top line. You had him on the top line against Seattle as well.
Yeah, see, that's not very good, but I'll take this one.
Duval, it's changing
We're
your
changing
fortunes
it, baby.
this time. All right,
That's
Jacksonville worth 13. Who's
Seattle's got 12. The
Okay.
Rams got 11.
Seattle, the 12s. That's what
I'm
they call
going
them.
for it.
L.A. Rams. All right, I'm going to go on the 10-point line in Stuttgart. I don't know. Where are they playing? Berlin? They're playing Berlin. They're playing in Germany. Indianapolis.
Oh.
Over Atlanta.
Yeah.
9:30 a.m. kickoff. Make sure your fantasy lineups are set. I've got Seattle worth 9. It's odd that I have this next one on the 8-point line because honestly, I feel like it's more of a coin flip the more I think about it. But I'm taking Baltimore against Minnesota, worth 8 points. Tony,
I will take Carolina over New Orleans on the 10-point line, Baltimore over Minnesota on the 9-point line, and Indianapolis over Atlanta.
you try to combine Minneapolis, Indianapolis, and Minnesota all into one right there. And nice job. I have more confidence seeing that Tony has about the same degree in Indy and Baltimore this week, although we'll root like the Falcons for crazy. Root for the Falcons. Tommy?
Detroit at 10.
Okay.
Buffalo at 9.
Buffalo.
Chicago at 8.
Chicago.
The Bears.
The Bears. All right. I'm going to take the Chargers over Pittsburgh at home. I'm going to take the Rams against San Francisco. I think that'll be a fairly close game. It's just division rivalry, and I'm with you, Tommy. I'll take the Chicago Bears at home against the New York Giants, although Jackson Dart will put up plenty of fantasy points.
Yes, he will. Chicago over the Giants on the 7-point line for me. The Chargers over Pittsburgh on the 6-point line, and the Rams over San Francisco on the 5.
Oh, you and I are so close this week, Tony Smith. Tom McManus.
7, right? We start with 7.
Correct.
Cleveland on the road.
Cleveland rocks.
6, Indy at Germany.
Indy sucks.
Indy at Germany.
I hope.
Baltimore at Baltimore at number 5.
All right, Baltimore at number 5. Wouldn't it be great if the Steelers just exposed them last week?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but could just be a bump in the road. All right, final 4 games. Give them all to you. I'll take Cleveland over the Jets worth 4. I'll take Duval, but I think it's going to be close. Did you hear John McClain with us on Wednesday? We said, John, give us at the time, C.J. Stroud had not been ruled out. Give us a with C.J. Stroud prediction and a without C.J. Stroud prediction. He goes, all right, I got it for you. I'll give you with C.J. Stroud, Jaguars 20-17. Without C.J. Stroud, Jaguars 20-17. He doesn't think it makes a damn bit of difference, honestly.
Wow, cool.
Right now. So, all right, I got Jacksonville worth 3. I'm taking Tampa Bay over New England. That would help Jacksonville a smidge, at least, in the overall AFC playoff picture. And then a tough one. Green Bay coming off a tough home loss. Are they going to lose another one at home? Well, Philadelphia's coming off a bye. I'm going to take the Eagles on Monday Night Football worth a point.
I will take Jacksonville at Houston on the 4-point line. Green Bay over Philadelphia on the 3. New England over Tampa on the 2. And Cleveland over the Jets on the 1.
All right, so we finally have a few different Cleveland and New England outcomes there. Tommy Mack.
Carolina looks fine at number 4. Number 3, I got the Pats going down to the Bucks and kicking their butt. No, I think it'll be pretty tight, but I got them on a 3.
Maybe no booty this week.
No booty.
Maybe no booty. K-Shawn.
Well.
We're not going to play
Get
this
your
week.
booty, baby. And I'll take some Philly cheesesteaks on the road at number 2.
And numero uno.
I'm saying the Steelers go to the Chargers and pull off an upset on Sunday Night Football.
Right. It's the ghost of Najee Harris versus the injured Najee Harris.
Sure.
Matchup.
Yes.
Why not?
Why not?
We'll go with, hey, look.
Both tackles.
It's going to be very interesting. Both tackles are gone for the year. Now, Joel, they played without them both for a stretch in there as well. They're finding ways to win. But, man, did that running game get shut down last week.
Yep.
I saw last week the transition for Jalen Ramsey from corner to safety seems to be happening in front
That
of our
hit was
eyes.
great. Shouldn't have been penalized either.
Yeah, they played him at safety last week, really almost exclusively for the first time. They have the same plan this week, so Jalen may finally be making that.
Why didn't we make a run for Jalen at free safety, man? That'd have been great homecoming.
I think a lot of Jaguar fans would have loved it.
I would have.
There are others.
Hell,
That, look,
yeah.
me personally, he quit on this team. I'll never.
You'll never forgive him.
No,
I get it.
Why
I get
would
it.
I?
You don't
Guy
have
quit.
to.
He was a liar.
Yeah.
He laughed about it on the way out the door.
Yeah.
Screw him. That's
Okay.
the way I feel.
Fair enough.
I mean, look, I get it. Other people are like, hey, I'm a mercenary. I just want to win, right? And I'm rooting for the laundry, not necessarily the player individually. And
Okay.
I get that too. I don't begrudge anybody who.
No, right. Yeah, yeah. I
just-
get what you're
look,
saying.
If Jalen got traded to the Jaguars or signed with the Jaguars, I would root for him to make plays for the Jaguars because I want
Right.
the Jags to win. But I would, given the choice, not welcome him. Yeah.
It's just since Dylan sent us the tweet with the Carolina, with where we both have him in there. You had him lower
Low, a lot
on your
lower.
list there, but he sent us a note here. The Carolina Panthers, 5.5-point home favorites against the Saints on Sunday. The Panthers haven't won or covered a game as a favorite in over 4 years. It's since September of 2021, 0-10-1 against the spread.
that would have been my next
Straight up
question.
against the spread over the time as a favorite.
Right. How many opportunities? But 10's a lot.
Yeah.
But, 11-point line. What are you going to do? I don't know.
New Orleans changed your quarterback, right?
They did.
That
Tyler
may
Shuck
give him a
played
shot
last
in the
week.
dark. But I don't know. Carolina showed they're pretty tough. Man, you go up to Green Bay and win. That's
Here's
pretty
my
impressive.
theory, okay? If you're a quarterback drafted where they took Shuck, and he's already 26 years old, and you let Spencer Rattler hold it down for the first half of the season, Shuck may rhyme with suck.
It actually does.
Thank you.
You don't even have to.
It doesn't. I can take the qualifier out.
It does.
It may
Yeah, that's a
justify.
rhyme.
I don't know. Look, I don't know, man. You know, some guys take a little while to get going. I get it, but I mean, he's older than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
You know, and the
Does
clock.
he play college ball till he's 25?
Yeah.
That's weak.
Yeah, well, it's the whole COVID era.
I
man.
know.
The guy's got all these
the
different
COVID
years
era.
of eligibility.
I
and
think he
stuff
was
like that.
Justin Herbert's backup once upon a time.
Was he?
I think. I might be wrong, but I think
Was he
that's
in the
correct.
same recruiting class as Trevor? I think, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they're the same age, basically.
Yeah, roughly,
so
yeah.
It would make sense
About
that
a
he
year
was.
apart.
But either way, look, it's a team that's not really good.
No, they're not.
And you know, Rashid Shaheed was pretty good
I
this
know.
year. He really was. They still have a poor Olave sitting there. Alvin Kamara looks like he's past his expiration date. You know, maybe he'll have a chance to rejuvenate himself.
something.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because I see Carolina Panther fans going, "Man, if we had just beat the Jags." Well, you weren't close to beating the Jags.
No, you got
like,
whooped.
and really that win now looks a little bit better.
Oh, yeah,
the
for
deeper
sure.
we get into the season, you know. So look, they're all good. They're all beautiful, including the Raiders' 1-point overtime victory. When you
We'll
saw
take it.
how much trouble they gave the Denver Broncos last night. Let's hope they give some other teams who are in the AFC playoff picture that much trouble moving forward. All right, we'll take a time out here. Confidence picks are locked in. Let me just give them to you one more time, top to bottom. I'm going Buffalo, Detroit, Carolina, Indy, Seattle, Baltimore, Chargers, Rams, Chicago, Cleveland, Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Philly. Tony going with a lot of the same: Buffalo, Detroit, Seattle, Carolina, Baltimore, Indy, Chicago, Chargers, Rams, Jacksonville, Green Bay, New England, and Cleveland. And Tommy Mack going with your Jaguars, Seattle, the LA Rams, Detroit, Buffalo, Chicago, Cleveland, Indy, Baltimore, Carolina, New England, Philly, and Pittsburgh in that order from most to least confidence. This is Jaguars Today, back with some keys to victory on the other side on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Apex Roofing and Contracting. The time to take care of your roof is when it's beautiful outside, when you don't have any issues like that, because, boy, when the rain comes and your roof has any kind of damage, if it leaks, if it's just plain worn out, it's going to be too late. Apex is local. They're dependable. They're going to show up on time, and they offer up to 100% financing right now. Located in Jacksonville Beach, just swing in and say hello. Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach, or visit them online at apexroofingfl.com.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Florida Gators football.
All the way to the goal line.
The Gators crawl on the bluegrass.
Touchdown, Gators.
Florida, Kentucky, Saturday at 7:30 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When mice and rats show up in your home or business, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast, before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents and will keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a rodent problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online just like I did. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville Trust. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Business owners, are you tired of getting the runaround from your plumbing or AC vendors? Fire them now and call Duck Duck Rooter. Duck Duck Rooter is the trusted partner for some of the largest commercial companies in Northeast Florida. From a professional accounting office that makes contracts and invoicing seamless to highly skilled field technicians who fix the problems fast, they handle it all. Make the smart move today with Duck Duck Rooter. Call 904-862-6769. 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Rooter, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beard's Diamonds, where they are having the biggest sale all year right now. Beard's 44th anniversary sale is happening with up to 44% savings. It's our biggest and final store-wide event of the year. Beard's largest selection and lowest prices. Rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. Their cases are jam-packed, and our associates know they can break all the rules for this one. Shop early for Christmas. Get the Beards now as they mark another year of proudly serving Jacksonville. In a sea of corporate chain jewelry stores, Beards is honored to be the only local jeweler in the town center. No commission salespeople, no corporate chain sales gimmicks, no treating you like a number. Don't miss Beards Diamonds' 44th anniversary sale. From golden necklaces to lab-grown diamond studs to all the latest styles from top designers, you'll find it at Beards in the St. John's Town Center. I say, shop local, shop Beards.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee. Man, it's incredible. Just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. I was so impressed. It's about connecting with nature, with food, with community. And now you can own your very own handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm. Everything you need is there. You'll hardly need to go grocery shopping. Learn more about all of it at okefarm.com. That's OKEfarm.com, the farm at Okefenokee.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, we got some keys to victory coming your way here in a moment for the Jags to hopefully improve to 6-3, which damn sounds pretty good to me, quite frankly. As you look at where things stood last year, already surpassed that win total. Tony, I know I didn't have them at 5-3 at this point, although I did have them beating the Raiders. I know I had them splitting with the Texans, so I would have had them losing this game and then going on a big run. That big run can still be out there for you. You can just start a little bit earlier than anticipated. So we'll get to that, but first, I want to give some highlights from what's happening around the NFL.
Now, gems around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Indianapolis corner Sauce Gardner has cleared the league's concussion protocol and is expected to make his Colts debut in Berlin on Sunday against Atlanta. The Colts have already ruled out defensive tackle DeForest Buckner for this week against the Falcons. Buffalo running back James Cook was limited in practice yesterday after missing practice Wednesday. He was listed with knee and ankle injuries. Carolina running back Rico Dowdle was limited on Thursday after missing practice on Wednesday with a quad injury. Tampa Bay running back Bucky Irving, wide receiver Chris Godwin, and linebacker Hassan Reddick have not been able to practice yet this week there for the Bucs. And Washington reportedly does not plan on placing quarterback Jaden Daniels on IR, at least for now, with whatever news they've gotten in regard to his dislocated elbow. They did say they will reevaluate him further after they get done with their bye next week, but at least for now, Jaden Daniels not heading to IR.
Yeah, no surgery is the word. They said that, and these guys have access to pretty much anybody they want. The teams are gonna pay for a quarterback of that stature to be examined by the best experts in the field. And they said basically for a dislocated elbow, it was the best case scenario. Looking at it, so good.
No ligament damage. Yeah,
doesn't impact us. So
right.
I like seeing Jaden Daniels play.
You don't want to ruin their career, just their day.
Just their day.
You don't want them. You don't want anybody hurt for a long period of time.
We all agree though. Graham Mertz playing would be a great key to victory for the Jaguars this week. That means that Davis Mills had an unfortunate mishap,
ruin his day
at some point. So other than that, give us a key for the Jaguars to come away with the win. Or you could go with that if that's top of your list. It usually is.
It is kind of. I'm going to use a quote from my late father, who would tell me in grammar school when I was a running back at St. Mary's of Buffalo Grove, step on their necks, Tom, and keep going. So step on their necks. Break them till they don't want to play no more football. Just be more physical than them. Step on their necks. Let's go get a W. It's a big one. You got to get this W.
They played physically against the Raiders.
They did.
I mean,
totally
in part, the tone was set by the running back in that game with the broken tackles.
Yep.
But all right, to bring that same physical presence, Tony, give us one, please.
I don't expect the Jags to be able to completely shut down Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, but they can't let them go make a game-changing play in a game that I don't expect to be all that high scoring on either side. So it does feel like late turnovers, especially in this game, could be the difference in this football game. And those are a couple guys that are very much capable of making that kind of thing happen. That can't be the difference in the game this week.
Yeah, field position is a big one. And I'll jump in with that here. And look, if you're going to turn it over, you don't want to ever turn it over, but if you're going to turn it over, Trevor's specialty is turning it over deep in their end, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
You can't be turning it over deep in your own end in this game. You got to make Houston earn everything offensively throughout, and don't think they can't earn a little bit more than what the names suggest based on what we saw. Again, the Raiders put up 29, now granted in overtime, but 23 in regulation, and we saw how ineffective they were last night when you got any kind of pressure on them. Are the Jags going to show up with any kind of pressure in this football game? We'll find out. But just play smart field position here. I don't know. Now, at the end of the half with a few seconds left, yes, I don't know if we're going to see any 60-plus yard attempts from Cam Little in this game unless you need it to take the lead in the second half, something like that. I think they'll choose to play field position for a lot of this contest, and the defense has to then step up and do their job.
I'm looking at our defensive tackles. They really got to step up. Doing good against the run, but they're not getting any pressure up the middle against the pass, not consistently. And I don't think we're just going to run around their tackles and get to Davis Mills before he gets the ball out. You got to collapse that pocket so he does have to look around and see how he can escape before he makes a move. So I'm looking for our interior guys to really step up against this in the pass rush situations and start making some plays, man. Make a difference out there. None of it. I mean, I know Eric's got 3.5 sacks. But that ain't enough, and he sometimes you don't even see him out there. You gotta have a bigger presence inside up on that front line.
In their 3 wins this season, the Texans have averaged 151 yards rushing in each of those games. In their 5 losses, they have averaged 83.5. And these are generally close games. They just don't run the ball, they lose. Hold the Texans under 85 yards rushing, Jaguars win the game.
Okay, I mentioned his name earlier, and I think he's going to be a big key. He is an X factor in many ways. I think it's Greg Newsome. particularly if he gets matched up with Nico Collins at times. Nico had a big game. Look, Tyson Campbell came up with a game-changing play at the end, but 8 catches for 104 yards and a touchdown on 11 targets. The Jags did not stop Nico Collins. They punched it out after he already had a big gainer on that.
Right.
Also gave up the 50-yard touchdown. So whether it's Newsome, whomever, you just can't let Nico have that kind of day again. 6 for 70 with no touchdowns, fine. Something more workmanlike out of him.
My next key to victory's got 9 characters. ETNLFG, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
ETN.
Get him the touches, baby.
Let's freaking go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get him the ball.
All right.
Get him the ball in space. As a running back, I don't care. Get him his touches. And give him more because he gets better as the game goes along.
Well, and it could be a big reception week for him given the
good.
issues they have in the pass game potentially. I keep calling for it, and the team keeps finding different ways to win around Josh Hines-Allen playing well but not having an impactful box score. To this point this season, Josh got 1.5 against the Raiders. I expect him to do something similar against the Texans given the matchup they have. Now, what teams have done a lot, that the ball gets out so quick against the Jaguars so far this season. So we'll see if they're able to do something to make him hold on to it, take advantage of some of those early down situations and let him go a little bit on third down in this game. But I think if they get 10 of those situations this week, I think Josh ought to win 2 of those decisively in this matchup against the Texans.
All right, for me, find someone who can operate in the middle of the field. Brenton Strange was the leading receiver when you played him last time, 6 for 60. Jacoby Myers just got here. He's going to play outside the hashes a little bit more because they said it's easier to learn for this system. Parker Washington had 11 targets in the game. I would expect another 9 or 10 target game from Parker Washington, but who can be that guy that makes the tough catches over the middle and hangs on to the football? The chain mover this week, I think, is going to be more important than the explosive downfield threat.
Yeah.
So, go
Final
ahead.
one?
If you got
I was just going to say, I really liked how they got Trevor into rhythm with those easy button kind of bread and butter throws. Can you do it against Houston? We'll see. I would definitely want to try. Meaning those out patterns, the deep out, the deep curl, I thought they were great. I want to see more of that. I want to see that 7-yard, 10-yard out. Nobody can stop it. You throw it on time. You throw it and the receiver makes the cut at the right time. So a little bread and butter for Trevor and get him into a good rhythm.
Yeah, it is funny. That's the NFL throw, right? Like, if you want to know if you have an NFL arm or not, it's that 10-yard out, right? Like, that's the NFL
From the
throw.
other hash, right?
And
especially.
Trevor Lawrence certainly has that kind of thing going for him in absolute spades. Yeah, it does feel to me, again, like the matchup in the secondary, the Jags ought to be able to take some kind of advantage of it, right? I do think they're not great at linebacker right now. I don't think they're great in the middle of the defense with the injuries they have at safety. I'm with you, Dimps. Like the middle of the field in the pass game ought to be something they ought to be able to expose. And I think ETN does play some part in that with his ability to help them in the pass game. And I think it's going to be a bigger factor than it has been to this point this year. It may mean more work for Tootin too, and those kind of things. But I do think they have to expose the middle of the field defensively.
All right, let's give you one last quick one. And there are a bunch of other things that are going to be factors in this. But don't let Dalton Schultz go nuts.
No doubt.
Again, it was – I know Brock Bowers on another level, but – I mean, nobody should be doing that to you, what they did last week with the Raiders. You saw last night, get some pressure, and he had 1 catch in the game. Get some pressure. Dalton Schultz is the second leading receiver. The first time they played, he has been playing very well over the last few weeks, have been a big part of their passing offense. So let's not have nightmares of failures to cover tight ends past rear their head. All right, we got to take our final timeout. If you're on the line, we'll try to get to you before we get out of here today with some last thoughts on a Keys to Victory Friday. Tom McManus in studio. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service.
Movember is Cancer Awareness Month, so educate yourself on the risk factors for prostate and other cancers. Take charge of your health. Many cancers are highly preventable. Trust the physicians at Ackerman Cancer Center. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin. Who can you count on? Count on Catlin. For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, down to the final few minutes here. You want to give a score prediction before we get fan cam up here? I'm not going to go against the unimpeachable John McClain. I'm taking Jags 20-17, stealing it straight from the book of John McClain. Honestly, my own score would be more something like the first time around, 17-10.
Yeah.
I don't see the Jags scoring a bunch of points against Houston. And hopefully Davis Mills won't be able to do the same against our defense. I mean, it's strength. Put it this way, weakness versus weakness, right? They got their backup quarterback against, I think, what's the weakest aspect of our team right now. Beat the hell secondary, at least at the safety spot. Some of the corners will be down. Doesn't look like Jordan Lewis will play. So anyway, I'll take 20-17. What do you got?
I'm going to go similar, like 21. 21-20.
21-20.
Yeah.
Number 13 on the confidence board. 21-20. All right. Should be an easy cakewalk this week. Tony, what do you got?
19-13.
19-13. I think you're probably closer. We got Dylan Denmark.
I'll say like 16-10.
16-10, yeah. Jags on top?
Yeah.
21-3, I bet. No.
Oh, yeah. All right. Fan Cam, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I'll say 21-9 Jaguars.
We'll take
there
it.
You go.
Enjoyed your conversation earlier. My weakness was always all-you-could-eat pork at Sonny's with the garlic bread, the fries, and the beans. Boy, I'd hurt myself on those outings. Anyway, props to Cam and Logan Cook. I mean, they kind of bailed us out in a couple different ways in that last ball game, and props to Cam for setting the record. My three would be attack Mills, attack him like you were talking about from the inside as well. Bring Lloyd, bring Aluakon, bring what you need to get to the guy and rattle him. Continue to enhance your execution of what's a pretty complicated offense, a new offense for these guys, and I think they continue to grow into it, which is your point also about spreading the ball around and get some confidence with those throws. And lastly, win the turnovers like always. We win the turnovers, we're going to win this game. You guys have a great weekend. Go Jags. I'd like to come home 6-3. In
Duval. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, turnovers could be the crippler here, right? I mean, you play. I'm sure they're thinking the same thing. Hey, we can get to Trevor Lawrence, man. We can rattle that guy. You know, our defense. Look what Denver's defense. If the other team doesn't score, you're not going to lose.
That's right.
You know, and they did have 5 scoring drives against that same Denver defense. Now, they were all field goals, but they moved the ball against that Denver defense into Academy Fairbairn's range. What is Matthew Wright's range? We'll find out. But they had 6 opportunities. He missed one of those field goals, but they led that game for a long time against the team with the best record in the AFC. So I don't think there's a runaway by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it's a divisional matchup. They're usually close.
Yeah.
Right? And you add into it that both teams have obvious weaknesses, right, that they'll be carrying into this game. And so odds are it's a close game already. Now it feels like it's going to be kind of a sloppy close game, given where both teams are at this point in time. But it does feel like from a Houston point of view, this is it. Right? Are you serious about the 25 season or aren't you?
That's right.
And for Jacksonville, it's an opportunity, as you talked about your dad telling you, foot on neck.
That's right.
Right? Like that's this week for Jacksonville against Houston. So both teams have a lot on the line, and neither of them are coming into it feeling particularly strong in a lot of areas for this matchup.
Yeah.
Foot on the neck of
Step on the neck.
Al-Shair.
Step on their necks.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
But just for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
and then let them go.
We don't want to permanently
then we'll let them
disable
go.
them.
Yeah, we want to be able to talk after, just not during. Or breathe.
All right, let's welcome in Joe C.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Josie, there's a big level of violence on the program when Tom joins us on Friday.
It just makes me laugh.
Wished for violence, at least.
You wouldn't have believed it the way he was petting the sandwich earlier.
He really was. He was petting his and that thing's gone, by the way.
It
right?
went down
Inhaled
great, let me tell you.
Josie, what's cooking today on Primetime?
Definitely digging in on the game. It is important. You can get to a game within the AFC South division race, depending on what happens with the Indianapolis Colts. But staying with that 3-loss record right now is huge. And don't fall in love with the idea that just because Stroud's out means you got the game. We know how tough they are. They have scored less than 21 points the last, 4 or 5 ball games. But this football team needs to figure out how to get back to scoring. 30 points this past week, but that hadn't been the norm.
Yeah, one more than they have is plenty for us. And we'll worry about next week as far as that goes. But
That's
right. Last week was the one you feared losing. I think this is the one that's the opportunity game for you with Stroud out, with Fairburn out, with maybe the right guard and right tackle out of this game, with Jalen Petrie, who should be the primary guy covering Parker Washington in the concussion protocol.
Yeah.
I mean, and granted, the Jags have their own walking wounded man, but you gotta take advantage of it.
And look, 31-16, I think, is the series right now, and you just got to chip away at that bad boy. At the very least, Jacksonville has split the last 6 meetings. They've won 3 of 6, but before that, we all know it was 9 in a row for Houston. So.
season sweep would look quite nice.
Get it.
All right, Joey, have a great show.
All right, fellas.
We'll be listening. XL Primetime coming your way with Joe Cowart and Matt Hayes and Big Sirs.
I was ready to get mad at Joe. He was
Oh?
there's like, they haven't scored 20 points in 6 weeks. So Houston's due? Like, I thought that's what was about to come out. I was like,
Hey,
uh-oh.
look, if it ends up 35-31, as long as we got the 35, so
cares?
be it,
I
man.
agree.
I mean, look, we're not a
Just
perfect
win.
team.
Right.
And we are not. Is what they did last week good enough to win the Super Bowl? No. Is it good enough to win a playoff game? Probably not. Were we playing the
They're not
playoffs
playing a
last week?
playoff
No.
game, yeah.
So take the win. Move on if you can get it
Yeah.
this week. We're all predicting that
Stack
for the
it up.
Jags, and let's hopefully celebrate a victory Monday. Tommy Mack, anything happening this weekend for you?
No, Dad Bod's on the 22nd at the Palm Valley, what do you call it? Legion, American Legion.
Okay.
Yeah, but that'll be coming up in a couple weeks.
All right, we'll look forward to that.
Yeah, man.
Tony and Dylan have a film study to make sure that Bowles and Baldwin are fully prepared for their playoff matchups. And we will talk to you, of course, on Sunday with a full day of coverage from Breaking Bones and on. We go all throughout the day till the fifth quarter ends, hopefully celebrating
There's a bone in there.
Jaguar victory.
In the neck. There's
There
a
is.
couple bones.
See, I'm talking about Joe C's
I know
show
you're
with
talking about
Dr.
just-
George
yeah,
Bari,
yeah,
but
subliminally is what I'm
that
throwing
works
out
as
there.
well.
Yeah.
Breaking Bones. What happens, Doc,
some low-grade
if I
acid,
put
honey.
my cleat on the neck of Davis Mills this week and it goes snap? All right, that'll do it for us today, folks. Jags come home with a victory, healthy. At least as healthy as you did when you went in, and we'll talk to you Monday. Thanks for listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal